When people hear the word economics, they usually picture stock tickers, corporate boardrooms, or complex financial derivatives. But the actual study of economics has very little to do with money itself. It focuses on a much older problem. Human beings have virtually infinite desires, but the physical resources required to satisfy those desires are strictly limited. Economists call this tension scarcity. Even today, in an era of massive global production and technological output, there are still strict physical limits on how much food we grow, how many homes we can build, and how much healthcare we provide. And the ultimate scarce resource is time. Rich or poor, every single human is constrained by a hard cap of 24 expendable hours a day to work, sleep, or consume. In 1968, the Rolling Stones sang, "You can't always get what you want." Economists chuckled, having tried to explain that exact premise for decades. Because we exist in this state of absolute scarcity, every single action we take carries a hidden price tag. We are constantly forced to sacrifice one thing to gain another. To see how this math actually works, imagine a guy named Alphonso. Alphonso has exactly $10 of spending money a week. He only buys two things: burgers, which cost $2 each, and bus tickets, which cost 50 cents. This animated graph plots what economists call a budget constraint. It maps out Alphonso's exact mathematical limits. He can afford 5 burgers, or 20 bus tickets, or any specific combination along this diagonal line. This line reveals his opportunity cost. The true cost of Alphonso choosing a burger isn't $2. The cost is the 4 specific bus rides he has to definitively give up to eat it. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative you leave behind. So why wouldn't Alphonso just spend his entire $10 on burgers if he loves them? Humans naturally seek balance due to the law of diminishing marginal utility. The first burger you eat when you're starving provides a massive amount of satisfaction. By the 5th burger in a single week, the satisfaction drops, and eventually, it might just make you sick. Scarcity forces us away from extreme, all-or-nothing choices. We meticulously balance our limited resources on the margin, weighing the cost of a little bit more against a little bit less. Entire nations are bound by these exact same mathematical constraints. The scale is larger, but the variables operate under the same rules. Take a look at this graph, known as a production possibilities frontier. It models a society forced to allocate its limited land, labor, and capital between 2 sectors: healthcare and education. Notice how the line is bowed outward rather than straight. This illustrates the law of increasing opportunity cost. Because resources are specialized, violently shifting all your capital and labor toward healthcare means you eventually have to pull highly skilled teachers out of classrooms to sweep hospital floors. The sacrifice to education becomes increasingly severe for every tiny gain in healthcare. If these limits are hardwired into the structure of society, is there any way to stretch the frontier and generate more overall output without adding new resources? There is. In his book, The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith detailed a production innovation: the division and specialization of labor. When workers focus on the specific tasks they are naturally best suited for, and society divides the labor accordingly, total output rises. We cannot eliminate scarcity, but we can intelligently organize our labor to stretch our limits to the absolute maximum. There is a glaring flaw in all of this. Real people do not walk down grocery store aisles silently calculating marginal utility and mapping opportunity cost curves in their heads. Behavioral economists like Daniel Kahneman study how human choices are actually driven by psychological quirks rather than pure mathematical utility. This animated chart illustrates a concept Kahneman helped identify: loss aversion. We are neurologically wired to feel the pain of a financial loss about 2.25 times more intensely than the joy of an equivalent gain. However, this psychological framing easily tricks us. You might happily walk 5 minutes across the street to buy a $10 alarm clock instead of a $20 one, but you probably wouldn't take that exact same 5-minute walk to buy a $290 phone instead of a $300 phone. Mathematically, it's the exact same $10 savings for the exact same physical effort. But our mental blind spots and irrational behaviors do not break the invisible architecture of scarcity. The math remains strict. Every decision you make, to read a book, accept a job, or fund a policy, explicitly means something else is left undone. Economics doesn't demand that we act as perfect calculators. It simply provides the lens to understand why we can never have it all, and the framework for deciding what we are willing to sacrifice.